Hey everybody, welcome back for another cigar review, and this time I'm doing the Eiroa Prensado. The Eiroa cigars was brought out by CLE Cigars in 2013 at IPCPR in Las Vegas. This cigar, along with the CLE Plus, is the first two cigars out of Christian Eiroa's new cigar factory, Fábricas Unidas. And this is one of the four sizes that this cigar comes in. It also comes in a Robusto, a Toro, and a 6x60. And the little Prensado here is a small, you can see it's box pressed. It'd be better if I did that, wouldn't it? Little box press cigar. And it's about the size, I mean, it's like a Rothschild size. It's a 4x48. Retails for about $9 a stick. I first got this cigar when I was visiting my alma mater, Mississippi State University in Starkville. And Cigars of Starkville up there, run by two buddies of mine, they turned me on to this cigar. They had just got this in. These come in 10-count boxes, and they had this one and the Toro. And while I was in there, I can't remember if, I think it was Dalton, one of the owners, suggested this to me. I really should try this one out. So I had really enjoyed pretty much everything Christian has done, even back from the original Camacho up till now, and the new the CLE stuff they came out with. So I thought, and at $9 a pop, I thought it was a really good price. So, especially for a boutique blend. So I lit one of these up, and I was kind of blown away by it. But, you know, it was a good time, good atmosphere. You know, that kind of can, you know, shade your impressions of a cigar. If if you're having a bad time, you probably think the cigar's not as good, and the same the other way around. So I went ahead and pretty much bought out the rest of the box he had. I think he only had 4 left. And when I got back, I gave 2 to my guys at my local cigar shop, the cigar shop in Biloxi, and I kept 2 for myself. And this is one of those right here. It's actually the last one I got. It's a really nice, well-made cigar. It's all Honduran tobacco, but he doesn't tell us exactly what that tobacco is. So, probably could figure it might be Corojo. I mean, I don't know that for sure, but it's just a wild guess. So anyway, like I said, I showed this cigar. It's a really beautiful looking cigar. And if you look at the band, I really like the band too. It's not too big, not too small. It's real nice and elegant. I mean, it's real nice. This says, Hecho 2013 on the side. And it says Destiny, I guess, or that's how you pronounce that, is in 1916, which is when the Camacho, or the Arroyo family, got into tobacco. The Arroyo family is when they first started dealing with tobacco. So this is kind of a tribute to Christian's family. All 4 generations have been in tobacco. It's pretty neat. Make sure I got this right. You see on the band it says Salud, Amor, Recetas. I think I said that right. Which means health, love, and money. I think is what that means. If I remember right, I don't know. My Spanish isn't as good as it used to be, obviously, but pretty cool. That's kind of the Christian's motto, kind of life motto. So I think it's pretty cool. So anyway, enough BS on that, or not BS, but just talking. So let's get into the cigar. What really the important part of it is. Let me cut this thing. It's really nice. The draw on it is a little tight. It's not too bad, though. The flavors that I get off it on the cold draw is kind of like a sweet, nutty flavor with some cedar. Really, really nice. I'll go ahead and light this thing up. I mean, just the first couple puffs, I get a little bit of like a pepper. I get that sweet, that sweet nutty profile, and I'm definitely getting some nice cedar notes. Yeah, I'm definitely getting that. It's it's a little bit salty, which is kind of cool. I kind of like that. But right off the bat, you're presented with a lot of good, rich flavors. I get it's the sweetness is kind of almost kind of separating itself right off the beginning from the nuttiness. It's almost the nuttiness is kind of like a I don't know. With the saltiness, kind of reminds me of like salty peanuts in a way. I don't know if that's right. I mean, I'm gonna try to smoke this a little bit more see if I get that. But right off the bat, I'm kind of it's what it reminds me of, like a salty peanut, cedar, some sweetness, and there's something else in there. I'm just kind of not picking up yet. The draw is pretty tight, but you can see I'm getting a pretty good amount of smoke off the cigar, which is really good. I mean, it's a little tight. Hopefully, as it heats up a little bit, maybe it'll loosen up a little bit. But anyway, I'm going to smoke this at a halfway point, and I'll be back to let you know how it is. See you in a second. All right, I'm back. So about the halfway point now. The ash holds really strong in this cigar. Destruction so far has been excellent. I mean, actually, I've only tapped the ash one time. Of course, this wasn't a very big cigar. But even when I tapped it, and it was, you see, it was probably about that much ash on there that I had to tap off. And I had to really tap it like 3 times to get to knock off. I mean, it was holding on really strong. But anyway, but the flavors. I still get like that salty peanut flavor on there, along with that cedar. And that sweetness has kind of taken on a new dimension. I really couldn't pinpoint it. It's kind of like just a regular kind of, standard sweetness you get on some cigars, but it's starting to develop into like almost like a cocoa note. It's really good. And it's just starting, as I started to film, like right at the middle half of the cigar, I can see it turning into that cocoa note. Really nice. I'm also picking up a little bit of leather in it too. So far, so good. I really am enjoying this cigar. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the end of the cigar, and I'll let you know how it ends. See you in a second. Everybody, I'm back. So at the very end of the cigar. The cigar, at the very end of the final part of it, really lost a lot of its sweetness. But it still has a ton of flavor. But that kind of that cocoa note I was getting, that sweet cocoa note, turned into more like of a bitter cocoa at the end. And the spice that I got at the beginning of the cigar is pretty much not really there at all in the end of the cigar. So I get that leather, I get that cedar note, and I get like that, so I get that peanut nutty note too also. The saltiness is kind of faded away. I got that at the very beginning of the cigar. About the midway point, it started to fade, and it's completely gone at the end of the cigar. But this is a really, really good cigar. I mean, it's just a ton of really good flavor. They come in 10-count boxes, so they're really, really approachable. I love the 10-count boxes because you can get, the cigars are more reachable for cigar smokers. I mean, because it's easier to pay for a 10-count box than it is for a 20 or 25-count box. Because you're talking usually under $100 for a 10-count box. And I think for this is a really good deal. This is probably one of my favorite cigars from CLE. So I'm definitely going to pick up a whole box of these. I know, like I said, the cigar shop in Biloxi, Mississippi has just picked up CLE, so I've already got a box earmarked there. So there's only one box already sold at that place. So anyway, highly recommend it. Definitely check this thing out. It is an amazing, amazing smoke. So on that note, I'll see you next time.